Tommyinnit Situation is insane. Hello, you beautiful donuts. It's a big day for the unemployed today, as there's some huge Minecraft drama. Oh, inject it, go on. There's so many big creators beefing with each other at the minute, and it all started with Tommyinnit. In this video, I'm going to take you on a bit of a timeline leading up to Dream and Tommyinnit's beef, which is taking over the internet at the minute. So let's just get into it. Okay, so Tommyinnit recently has been on this kind of rampage of calling out big creators. The first one I remember is when Tommyinnit called out Logan Paul, where he basically did a Prime advert in a section that was labelled the Gaza conflict, which is just... Why does that not surprise us with Logan Paul? Like, didn't he even use the birth of his firstborn child to promote Lunchly? Like, that's the type of guy you're dealing with here. This man would have an affiliate link on his gravestone if he could. 10% off gravestones if you use lunchlygravestones.com. He's also did various jokes at Logan Paul's expense on his YouTube channel.
His bottle being too much like their bottle. This betrayal has upset Logan so much, though, he has booked another flight to Japan. This week...
I wonder if Logan Paul gets PTSD every single time that country's mentioned. Surely he must. Now, I think Logan Paul's quite an insecure person because whenever somebody calls him out, he always has to, like, get a one-up on them. So he actually posted private screenshots of messages he's had with Tommyinnit after Tommyinnit tweeted at him. It's basically just Tommyinnit just being a fan of Logan in DMs, and then Logan saying thank you. And then Tommy's basically asking him for advice if they can call at one point, because I think Tommy, like, this is in 2023, Tommy would have been, like, what is that, like 19? He's just asking for advice from, like, a successful creator who he probably like sees as like a place he wants to be one day. Not now, but maybe he's at the time. I think Logan was posting this to get like a one-up on him, you know, to say like, oh well, you slag us off online, but this is what you like offline. A little bit weird in my opinion. Tommy then replied to this saying, if in the same week I had a daughter and also lost a beef with Tommyinnit, I would kill myself. Which is, that's a pretty dark place to be, isn't it? That is a pretty dark place to be. Not as dark as Japan, but still very dark, guys. Now, after this drama with Logan Paul kind of, you know, fizzled out, Tommyinnit then had drama with another creator called Mizkif.
Worst person I met award.
Oh, for me, it's so easy.
Go on.
Mizkif. Pissed me off the just the way he looked.
You like barely even met him.
That's such a British phrase. Oh, he pisses off that something your granda says on Christmas Day when you're trying to just shut him up.
Anyway, I had to stand next to him for a bit, and I've never just genuinely hated every word and movement someone did. I also was very tired and wanted to see my friends, and I didn't get to see my friends. I got to see Mizkif. Socially inept Mizkif. He wouldn't leave me alone when I clearly was.
To be fair, he kind of has a point here. Like, I don't even know. I don't know who Mizkif was before all of this drama, but if I was trying to be chilling with my friends and then I had to talk to him, I probably would be a bit upset. But you can just tell that Tommyinnit just is kind of got to the stage where he just doesn't care anymore. Like, he's just saying whatever he kind of speaks, and I kind of rate it because a lot of people, like, they'll slag people off offline and then online they'll be friends with them. He's just like being like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm coming for all you motherfuckers. No one's safe. I feel like people often turn like this when they're like 50, when they're just sick of everything. He's like done it 30 years younger. I rate it. Now this Mizkif actually responded to Tommyinnit.
I think I met him for half a second. I think he was probably on a call with one of the Minecraft kids.
Half a second? How would that go down? Hi, alright. That's like half a second. That's very quick. I wouldn't even call that a meet, really.
Because what a coincidence. When I was talking to Tommyinnit, he was probably one of the most insufferable people that I've ever talked to in my f***ing life. When I was sitting there waiting for Masayoshi to pop up, Tommyinnit is just standing there like a complete prick and looking like such a jackass.
Why do these two hate each other? For what reason? How old is this Mizkif? 29! Wait, the bloke's 30 this year. How old's Tommyinnit? 20. Do you know if I'm 30 and you catch me having beef with a 20-year-old and slagging off a 20-year-old on the internet, please just check us. Please be like, Cam, is everything okay at home? Also, how do you just stand there looking like a prick? That's one thing I want to kind of figure out. Like, how does that, how do you like resonate that type of aura? You're just dressed like a cactus, just full of pricks.
I say hello to him, and he gives me the rudest stare you could ever imagine. I'm like, what is your problem? What the hell did I do to you stupid British f***? So we're just standing there and I'm like, how you doing? I'm just trying to make small talk with the guy because the guy's like,
why is this guy so offended? What kind of stare do you have to give someone for them to call you a stupid British f***? Just a To be fair, every single time I walk down the street, that's kind of the face that everybody gives us. I want to know what face Tommyinnit give this guy. Because the only face British people know how to do when they're talking to someone that they don't really know is this one. You alright? That's the only thing we know how to do.
Like, newsflash, blow. Schlatt still messages me, okay? Put your Tommyinnit button up away. So I'm looking at this kid. I'm like, I don't even want to talk to you right now, but I might as well make small talk because we're both just clearly standing here and I don't like you.
Is this guy a character? This is a character, right? This is not a real... Like, this is not him being him, I imagine. He's doing this. This is like a little bit of a bit. I imagine Tommyinnit was probably... Was he like 19 when they met? Why is this guy got beef with him?
I said some shit, I'm like, how you doing or something. And he gives me the rudest stare back. And I'm like, I fucking hate this kid. But no one's around this poor little fellow at TwitchCon. And he probably lost his mom. So I'm just going to sit here and talk to the kid until...
That's a good insult, to be fair. Right, you've got him there. Oh, hey, Tommyinnit. Did you just lose your mom? How's he meant to come back from that? He can't. That's the trump card. If this was Monopoly, he would be getting sent straight to jail.
Dr. Disrespect shows up and probably gives him a kiss on the cheek. So I'm like, Tommy, how you doing? Like, you know, are you doing well? Like, is things going well? Oh, your friend got canceled? Coincidence. So did mine. We both have friends that got canceled. Very interesting stuff. And he's giving me such rude attitude the entire time. Shut the fuck up, Tommyinnit. Why are you talking to me? So anyway, it was like a 3-minute debacle. Masayoshi shows up, give him a hug, and I get the fuck out of there because this kid was insufferable.
This guy's very intense. Very, very intense. He said that he only met him for half a second, yet it seems like he can remember every single specific detail about the meeting, down to the stare that he gave him.
Insufferable. Worst part about him, he's British. Who is he to talk about who's insufferable and the worst person he ever met? How about you walk down the street in Great Britain?
No, that's a pretty good diss, that, to be fair. Who's he to talk about who's insufferable? How about you just walk down the street in Britain, man? What kind of an insult is that? I don't even know what that means. Just walk down the street in Britain. This guy's insults are like falling really flat. I wonder. I've never seen this guy's content before, so I wonder if he's normally better than this. I think he might just be stressed under pressure. The pressure of a 20-year-old is getting to him.
Look at my picture, and then look at Tommyinnit's. Who do you think's gonna be worse to meet? Really?
Do you want me to answer that one? Do you really want me to answer that one? The guy on the right looks like he's got some opinions that he would post on like an alt account where he doesn't show his face. The kid on the left just looks like he's taken some sort of bachelor's degree. I think I'd rather have a conversation with the kid on the left, if I'm being honest. Now on top of this, Tommyinnit then has beef with another creator called XQC, who I believe is one of the biggest streamers in the world. And he basically called Tommyinnit and I believe Mizkif cringe. He basically said, these guys are all cringe. Sorry. And then Tommyinnit tweeted saying, to be more cringe than Tommyinnit is pretty hard, but you pulled it off, pal. And I mean, that is pretty cringe. I mean, everyone's cringe, you know, to someone else, but this is just next level glazing, isn't it? I don't even like using that word, but come on, man. If one of yous ever turns up to meet me with a blank white t-shirt on with just me face, just know I'm gonna call you out on it. I'm gonna be like, oh, look at this little glazer. Wow, bigger glazer than the ones that own Manchester United, I'm afraid. I know Tommyinnit is like beefing these guys, but it is interesting how all of them kind of respond. I don't know if it's because he's a huge name or if it's because they actually dislike this person. I've never met Tommyinnit, so I can't like vouch for like if he is a nice person or whatever, but from what I've seen, he seems okay. XQC then replied, from doing streams in my basement to doing a stream with the president. How is that a diss? You went from riding dream for a living to making jokes to teenage girls. Lock in. Oh, that hits so hard. I know who my goat is. What is all this one-up in business? Why are we all like kind of competing with each other? Can we not all just be friends? Can you not just be happy for someone else's success? What's going on, guys? Is that like a flex in America if you do a stream with Donald Trump? Because I feel like if I did a stream with Keir Starmer, I don't feel like anyone would really kind of be jealous of us. They'll be like, all right, that's fine. Can you just talk about Bonnie Blue again, please? Lock in, Cam. Now. Next up, Tommyinnit then has drama with Dream. You know, the guy that like kind of ran that entire Dream SMP thing. That was a thing that like took over the internet like 4 years ago, and I believe it's the reason why Tommyinnit and a lot of people have a platform now. Now I just want to kind of prelude this with, whenever I hear anything about Dream, it's always negative. I've never heard a nice thing about this guy, yet he's absolutely massive. I even remember when he did a face reveal and people were horrified. I was like, what? The guy can't even show his face without getting hate. So I don't don't really know anything really about this guy apart from that. I just know that he like builds blocks for a living, I think, but like virtually, not like a bricklayer. So he posted this and replied to XQC's tweet. I was going to read this out, but I feel like I can't otherwise. You know, I kind of like doing YouTube videos. I don't really want to be cancelled, guys. Why would you tweet this though? For what reason? Like, why are you trying to insert yourself here? Like, this is you're just trying to cancel yourself on purpose. Also, I imagine there's a big crossover between Dream and Tommyinnit fans. So are you not kind of like calling out your own like viewer base here? It's just such a weird, like, offensive meme to post. It's not even funny. It's just bad and just offensive for no reason. What makes this even funnier is people actually found a previous tweet from Dream where he tweeted this. I don't personally support using the word. I feel enough people find it offensive that if you're a content creator, you should just phase it out of your vocabulary. You know what, Dream? That's a very great point. Now, Tommy made a TikTok reacting to this.
My arse low back. You know,
if you're Tommyinnit, like seeing that getting posted, you just must be like, what are you doing? You absolute idiot. I don't know if this reveals something about who Dream is as a person, because this guy must be insanely clever to have the amount of subscribers he has. Like, you don't just get there by accident, so it just seems so weird that you would post something like this. But I guess like being YouTube clever and having decent morals is a totally different thing. Tommy also made a YouTube video titled Dream. Now, when I first saw this go up, I thought he was talking about, you know, just something that he'd kind of experienced after he went to sleep, but unfortunately it's more drama.
Talk about you calling all my fans the arselor. You can't throw around the arselor, mate. You just can't. My mum worked with adults with disabilities, and since I was 12, I volunteered with her. These are real, amazing people who I think of like family, who actually get called this slur. And you do not just throw it around. It's impossibly immature and reckless and sets such a precedent to everyone.
It's like wild how mature Tommyinnit is for 20 years old. Like, I know this guy has been through stuff that no other 20-year-old has been through to get to this point, just like the certain experiences he's had, which has probably accelerated his grown-up stage. But when you think Dream is 5 years older than this guy, you would think that Dream would be the more mature one in this situation.
However, with your group, I cannot believe how the George stuff from a year ago went down. I cannot believe the response to it online. It's disgusting. It's sexist, man. And you and your friends' references and the way you talk about women behind the scenes has been so sexist too. Shame on you guys.
Oh, can you smell that? The beef is sizzling. It's not rare, it's well done. Now we're bringing off-camera stuff into the mix. Now we're talking. Someone who plays Minecraft professionally for a living turning out to be not so great of a person. That was not on my bingo card for 2025, guys. You've really got to stop judging books by their cover, guys, right? People that stream Minecraft are normally such good people. This is so out of character.
4 years ago, you were awful to me. When I was 16, you gave me YouTube advice, and you held that over my head for years. You didn't treat me like an equal, and you made me feel small. The Dream SMP, a lot of your success just wouldn't have happened without me, streaming every single night on the server and caring about everything as much as I did. And you made me feel small about that.
You know, like, that is wild that Tommyinnit has been as huge as he's been from the age of 16. You know, it's hard at any age to kind of deal with, like, what he has to deal with, but at 16, that is so insane. And especially when you've got somebody that possibly can be manipulating you in a certain way, especially if you're new to the scene and the person who's older has been in the scene for quite a while, you know, you're automatically just easier to be manipulated by them, which he's kind of saying here. Also, it's interesting that this just seems to be in one take. Like, I haven't noticed any cuts. Maybe there has been, but in the last minute, he's just kind of speaking his just standing on business. Ugh!
I'm nearly the age you were when you met me, and if I acted the way you did to a 16-year-old who looks up to you, I'd be so ashamed of myself, man. Now, finally, Dream, mate. You harassed my mum as she was going through a divorce.
What? What's going on? That just went up a ton of miles per hour. That's like when Kendrick went A minor. It's like, what? Why were harassing each other's moms? What did the moms do? They brought us all into this world. Why we're trying to take them out? Now, Dream has actually done multiple responses to all of this drama circulating. He apologised on Reddit for saying the arse slur, which, like, I don't even... Like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen, man. And it's just such a weird apology. Like, in the last line, it says, hopefully, I can be forgiven. Back to coding. Like, what? This is like that Hawk Tour level of, like, apology.
Hey guys, I hate to interrupt you, Nick. Well, hello there. But anywho, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
It's like that level of apology. Like, what? I saw a creator called Average Harry actually took the piss out of this.
Anyway, back to coding.
That's actually hilarious. I'm sorry, that's got to be like a Hall of Fame meme right there. It's so subtle, it's so good. Dream also did a YouTube video called I'm Sorry, but Not to Tommyinnit. Okay, mate. A little bit of sass on that. A little bit of, There you go. Not a Tommy, though. I'm sorry, not a Tommy. He basically combated all of the claims that Tommy said in his video titled Dream. This is pure slop, isn't it? Like, the people that are unemployed watching this, oh, you must just be, like, foaming at the mouth. It's like, oh! Give us more! To be fair, I am as well, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm in the same boat as you. It's the type of drama where it doesn't affect your life, but it's just interesting to have on in the background, right? You're probably on your phone right now, you're probably not even looking at us. How dare you? Wow.
Posted a meme on Twitter that used the R word, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry, genuinely. I think it's important to acknowledge right off the bat that that's not right, that's not how you should behave. I shouldn't have done it, period. Now, I want...
What, you've realised that in the last, what? 24 hours? Just change your entire opinion on your own behaviour. You literally posted this like yesterday.
The way you talk about women behind the scenes has been so sexist too. Shame on you guys.
I don't even know what this is about. You don't provide any context or evidence to what you're saying. Tommyinnit, your racist behavior behind the scenes is unacceptable. You are a racist behind the scenes, and it's unacceptable. Shame on you. You're mad that I...
Like, the fact that he's just replied to that with just taking the piss, basically kind of, it says to the audience that it's not as deep as you think it is. It's kind of just brushing over it. Like, he didn't do anything to kind of disprove it at all. He just said, oh, well, where's your evidence? Like, as if Tommyinnit's going to have evidence of, like, him just saying off-the-cuff comments about women. Like, it's just not, it's impossible to really prove. But later in this video, we're going to see evidence which could allude to the fact that Tommyinnit was telling the truth about this.
When I was 16, you gave me YouTube advice, and you held that over my head for years.
I gave you YouTube advice because I thought that you were extremely talented, hardworking, and you had a big dream to be a YouTuber.
Big dream. You get it. I got that one. I caught that. Don't you worry about that dream. That's why he's got 32 million subscribers.
We called for hours a day talking about YouTube, strategies, and ideas. And I never held this over your head. Most people hearing that I helped you at all are probably hearing this for the first time.
Dream's awesome. He's like, probably for the past like 8 months, once a week, me and Dream will have like a 2-hour call.
Like, I get what Dream's kind of trying to do here. He's trying to prove that you didn't always hate us, but like, people can change their opinions on people like that. People can change their opinions on people overnight. That's just the world we live in. And I don't feel like you can just show clips of him saying nice things about you to disprove the bad things he said about you. And also, I think he has pretty good grounds to change his opinion on Logan Paul since 2013.
I'm not just selling USB baby photos or lazily designed merchandise, all right? I'm doing the best with what I have.
Tommy, you say that like it's a slight on me, when my entire merch brand was built by my family, in my hometown. Like, the reason there was ever a USB flash drive sold that had pictures of me on it was because it was my mom's idea, and Tommy knows that.
With a package too.
A dream hoodie, but with me on.
What? Wait, he sold a USB band that just had pictures of him on it. That can't be real. Surely it was something else. Like, was it like an entry to like a tour or something? That can't be real. You can't palm that off as if, oh, well, it's me mum's idea, so you're not allowed to take the piss out of it. Yeah, my mum tells me to react to Coronation Street, and I tell her to fuck off. You don't have to do what your mum tells you to do. I remember a family member told me if they could upload their wedding dance to my YouTube channel. Like, am I meant to just go, oh, well, they're part of my family, so I guess I've got to sell this to my audience? No! You just say no!
All the designers are local people working with my local family business. And this also let me make sure that all of my fans had a good merch experience.
That is really cool.
I didn't make the most money that way, but I'm happy that I did it. Tommy went with the merch company.
It seems here that Dream's trying to paint himself out to be kind of like a saint in a weird way. Like, it's nice that you've employed your family to work, producing jobs in the local area where I imagine he lives. But that still's not an excuse for like the quality of it. Like, from the designs that I've just seen there, like, they won't cost a lot to print or to embroider. They're very just basic designs, which is fine. That's completely fine, and a lot of brands do that, but you don't need to kind of allude that you weren't making money off that. You would have been making millions off that.
I edit my own videos. I'm sure Tommy can knock out videos pretty quick because at one point he had a literal editor sweatshop where his editors made less than minimum wage, and we're also getting fans to edit the videos for free for them.
Now, Dream's saying here that TommyInnit like pays $50 to get his videos edited, which is a pretty low amount for TommyInnit's style of videos. But I've got a screenshot here that says it wasn't actually TommyInnit, it was actually Jack Manifold that paid this amount to be to have a video edited. And apparently this was like one of his first edits, like kind of working with an editor, so you kind of still working out a price. So that's just weird that he would even include that in the video when it's like wrong information, just trying to kind of frame it as if it's Tommy kind of underpaid his staff. He also replies to TommyInnit saying that Dream harassed his mom.
Okay guys, I'm gonna reveal to you this harassment. The proper movie villain harassing of Tommy's mom that I did. Before I show you, just picture in your mind the harassment. Here it comes. This one message.
I mean, whether this is the only message, it's a very long message. Right, alright, Roald Dahl, calm down. Writing a whole novel here. I don't think James and the Giant Peach was that long. Why does it even have TommyInnit's mom's number or like details? That's just weird in itself. Imagine if I fell out like with one of my YouTube mates and then I went and messaged the mom. Is that not really weird? Can you tell your son off, please? He's pissing us off again. Standing there looking like a British twat.
Is the only contact that I have ever had with Tommy's mom.
You harassed my mum. Proper movie villain.
This message starts with, just thought I'd let you know that I don't agree with lots of people replying to you, and I don't want you to be attacked at all.
You harassed my mum.
And the context to this is that Tommy's mom was arguing with Dream fans on Twitter about Tommy making fun of my stutter in a video. Some of my fans were upset, and she was replying to them. I sent her this singular message on Twitter, letting her know that I didn't agree with my fans that Tommy's portrayal of my stutter was ableist, but also letting her know that I didn't like the rest of the video because it was causing additional harassment for me that I was already getting because this was at the peak of the allegations. And Tommy, of course, didn't show any evidence for any of this stuff because it makes it look ridiculous if he did. Like, he literally says that I'm a cartoon villain for this DM.
You are like a proper movie villain.
Like,
it's just interesting because why would TommyInnit come out with all of this stuff if he didn't have the evidence to back it up? Like, it would just be a little bit like stupid of him, and I don't take him as like a stupid person. But Dream is supplying a lot of evidence here, which to his viewers, people that kind of want to see Dream in a positive light, they're probably going to take to this really well. Like, this video's got 144,000 likes. Clearly people are loving this reply from him, or at least Dream's fans are loving this reply from him. Dream also included a lot of Tubbo's stream highlights. Tubbo's another creator who was in the Dream SMP who's been kind of reacting to this entire situation. But a lot of the clips he used were kind of out of context, or like only put bits in when he was talking about Dream in a positive light, not in a negative light. Now, you might think that is the end of the drama, but it's not. I've got one more for you. Do you want another one? Do you want another one? I'll give it to you. So it was revealed that Dream actually messaged Ludwig to make a video like covering a drama that he was going through to kind of shine Dream in a positive light, like kind of show his response to the allegations made against him. As Ludwig has a channel called Mogul Mail where he posts a lot of drama videos on there.
and I asked him like, hey, are you making I think you should make a video about this. Like, you made a video, or I don't know if I remember before, but I don't think he did actually. But I was like, I think it'd be really beneficial. I want to clear my name, whatever. He alluded to the fact that like, hey, I don't want to, again, I'm not going to share any of our private messages exactly, but I think that this is important. He alluded to the fact like, the community is, still figuring this out. Are still like, conflicted about it. So I don't want to make a video. And I was like, I don't like that, but whatever. But he said that he still essentially had potentially a negative view of me. And I was like, well, why? What's the problem?
I find it so strange when huge creators message people that cover situations to make a video on behalf of them as if they like work for you just because you've got more subscribers and more power. Like, I've had people message me saying, oh, can you make this video and make us look good? I'm like, no, why? Like, why would I do that? Because you instantly just lose your credibility as a creator. Like, imagine if like someone messaged me and was like, oh, can you make this video but like spin it in a way where people will like us? Then you're not going to come here because you know it's not unbiased. That's one thing I really love about Ludwig, is that he kind of covers the situation without any feeling on any side, and that's something that I try and do in all of my videos, and a lot of people say that they love that about these videos. It's so weird. Like, just respond on your own account. Why you like, the only reason that you don't want to respond on your own account is because all your own viewers are going to see it, and then they can make a decision whether they want to follow you anymore. Whereas if it's on someone else's account away from your viewership, it doesn't affect how your core audience feels. That's the main reason people do it. It's so weird. It's like a little kind of backdoor way to kind of clear your name. So Ludwig actually made a video on one of his own channels basically talking about what Dream just said. Now, the allegations, I believe, was that Dream called somebody a whore. God, that word is just awful, isn't it? Like, I feel like I need to have a bath after just saying it. Whore. Oh.
This whore thing is true, right? This happened. Someone came up to me and they told me this. And I kept this to myself. I've never brought this up publicly. I feel fine bringing it up publicly now because Dream brought it up. Dream, after I said this, sent me back like 5 pages worth of information about the situation, defending himself, you know, messages from the person he called a whore, and explaining the situation, right? All of those messages were about a different girl. I never answered him. I never replied because I was like, brother, that's not even who I was talking about.
That has got to be one of the worst self-reports I've ever seen in my life. This guy would be terrible at Among Us. Imagine supplying like 5 pages of evidence. I don't even know what's in that. Like, why would you need to supply that much evidence to prove that you're not like a horrible person towards women? But supplying all of that, and it's about a total different accusation of you calling someone a whore. Like, that is just absolutely wild. This just proves that it's not just a one-off occasion. You've clearly done this twice. Definitely more than twice if this is anything to go by. Oh my God, that is actually ridiculous. This is the type of guy that would go in court for like a speeding ticket and somehow get 20 years for murder just because he's talked himself into it. This drama is just getting worse by the day. If you want me to keep covering this as it comes out, 5,000 likes on this video and I will do that. And if you want to watch another video from me where I cover another drama situation, click this one here or watch a more light-hearted one here. Go on, treat yourself. You deserve it.
Kirkham, baby.